Hey there, I am coming to you today from the airport. I know, super sexy, right? Well, when you live in Bakersfield and call this place home, this is the airport that you're going to do your darndest to try to fly out of, because I'm coming to you in the middle of December. And look at this. There ain't nobody here. And that's why it's such a cool thing to share with you on the channel today, because it's one of the things that we in Bakersfield love. When I shared that I was going to be talking to you guys about the airport today with some colleagues and friends, they were like, well, don't give away our little secret. Don't let everybody know about Meadows Field, because when we live here and we, use this airport, we like it this light and empty and easy to get in and out of. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insider information this week and talk all about Meadows Field. It's going to be a good one. Let's talk about the traffic, or lack thereof. So we are in the north part of Bakersfield. We are off of Merle Haggard or 7th Standard, depending on where you are in town. It changes names, and Merle Haggard or 7th Standard, same road, takes you right to the airport. It's maybe a 15-minute drive if you go real slow and hit a bunch of red lights. It is not hard to get in and out no matter where in town you live. East side, south side, west side, it doesn't matter. Getting to the airport is super easy, which is why Bakersfield loves it. The way it breaks down is this. When you need to fly somewhere from California, we'll leave it broad like that, you can go down to LAX and get a straight shot. Well, driving from Bakersfield to LAX is about an hour and 40-minute drive. So it's gas to get down there. You've got to pay to park. Your flight might be cheaper, but you're going to eat up all that money savings in some of the other things that you have to do. Pay to park, you're going to eat on the way there, blah, blah, blah. Same thing coming back. So sometimes it actually maths out a little bit better to fly out of Bakersfield to wherever it is you're going. So the money that you think you're saving by flying out of LAX or, some of the larger airports in and around Bakersfield, you're actually not, because you're eating it up in, the gas and the food and the parking and the blah, 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 everything you have to do. Sometimes you have to stay in a hotel to get your parking paid for free if you're going to go to Hawaii or something like that. So anyway, you end up wanting to fly out of Bakersfield as much as you possibly can because of the convenience factor of it being 10 minutes. It's rarely busy, and you're home after you land in like 20 minutes. You're in your front door from the time you land to the time you get home. It is fantastic. And once you do it a couple of times, you're like, oh, let's keep doing that. So once you step inside the terminal, it's super easy. We only have American and United that are out of this airport. And so there's never any really long lines. You might have a handful of people in front of you, but you really have a smooth check-in process. Whether you need to have your own boarding pass printed on your own, or whether you have them do it, the gate agent do it. Either way, it's really easy to do here. And the best part is you don't need to arrive like hours before your flight. You can arrive an hour before and you're still going to have plenty of time to make it to your flight, because there's only like 4 gates for you to fly out of. Well, I just got word. That's why there's nobody here. The airport's closed right now. I'm like, it's empty, but it's really empty. Oh my Lord. I was like, what? And the TSA is totally locked down. So of all days and times for me to get here and do this. So one of the cool things about this airport is that it can hold a really big plane like Air Force One. So we've had Bush 41, 43. I think Clinton landed here a couple of times. 44, 45 has been here. 46 probably wouldn't even know where he is. So I don't think he's been here, but it is not an international airport. So keep that in mind. It holds big planes. Don't ask me the numbers, but you can land a really good sized plane like Air Force One. And another cool thing that happens here at the airport is the honor flight. So the honor flight of Kern County comes here and they go to the DC area and they take all veterans with them and they have a big hoopla here in the lobby of the airport, you know, when they send them off and when they welcome them home. Oh, it's super emotional. I'm getting emotional just talking about it. Jeez.
Our heroes have been forgotten. Our heroes are brave and bold. Our heroes have been forgotten. Our heroes are big.
It's super emotional. Look, I'm getting emotional just talking to you about it. It's really something fun to be a part of. So that's the honor flight of Kern County. And they do those trips to DC from this airport. So it's really fun to see. So they take veterans from here with their chaperones and they take them to DC to see all of the memorials, depending on which war they're in, right? So they can take them on those trips and they leave out of here and there is a grand production when they leave and when they arrive. The news comes, it's a thing. That is really something fun that you might be able to see when you come into town. One time I was flying in and I was like, what's happening? Why is everybody here? And that's what was going on, was the honor flight. Now let's talk about, TSA screening. Nobody likes it. The beautiful thing about when you come to fly out of the Bakersfield Airport is that you don't have to be here 2 hours ahead of time because TSA is super tidy. Even those of us with TSA PreCheck sometimes have a line, but not here. You just stroll on through. It's a lovely thing. You don't need to arrive hours ahead of your flight. You can just arrive an hour before, get everything done, and still have plenty of time to get onto your flight. It's awesome. Now let's talk about the airlines that operate here at Bakersfield Airport. You have American and you have United. So like if you're gonna fly to Cabo, you do need to go down to like LAX or Burbank. So whether you're going to Phoenix, Dallas, San Francisco, Denver, Utah, those are straight flights here from the Bakersfield Airport. If you've got family or friends or if you're thinking about relocating here, it's gonna be an easy flight from Bakersfield to your location. So if you are thinking about moving to Bakersfield and calling this place home, I would love it if you would like to send me a text, shoot me an email, make a phone call. All of them I receive, and we can get you started on that process. Every once in a while, you will have a fog delay when going in and out of Bakersfield. We've talked about the Thule fog in other videos, so that would be one of the things that you could, kind of be prepared for in the foggy season when you're flying in and out of Bakersfield is, you might have a fog delay. Side story, if you are like me and you push the limits on your luggage and the available weights, this place sells the luggage that you can transfer stuff to. So if you're like me and you like to push those limits just a little bit, they do sell luggage that you can use as carry-on or as a replacement for some of the stuff that you might have to leave behind. I'm just saying. What did I tell you? Bakersfield is 6 degrees. That was my client. He and I just caught up because I'm over here filming at the airport. I'm telling you, you will always run into somebody you know here at the airport. It's fantastic. Not even at the airport. You'll run into somebody you know in Bakersfield. And while we're at it, do not forget to like and subscribe for all the things Bakersfield, moving here, calling this place home, being a part of this community, and being able to fly out of this really cool airport. That would be awesome. So as you're thinking about flying at the holiday season and you need to fly in and out of Bakersfield, it's super convenient. It's not always the cheapest, but it is just the best way to get in and out of Bakersfield, wherever you need to go, and this is the airport you're gonna do it at, Meadows Field. Promise you, I am not making this up. I ran into another friend of mine. Our girls went to school together. They're both now seniors, so we had a nice long catch up because I haven't seen her in years. She works here at the airport, so she sees even more people than what I would here filming, but she was like, what are you doing? I am telling you, you've got to get here to Bakersfield. It is one of the best communities here in the Central Valley, in the state of California. I will see you around town.